Well, it's a very tricky balance. I was actually having a conversation with my mentor and teacher Sami Nupese from Roots Anabo, who during my earliest time when I was coming, he was like the one that taught me a lot of in terms of when it comes to music. And I remember like one of their albums, Civilization, was a fusion of Atentebe sounds, traditional African sounds, and then reggae music. So that was kind of one of the things that the seed that was implanted in me. So I recognized that for us to have our music to be relevant, not only for us, but for around the world, our identity has to be fully represented in there. So for me, it was being truthful to my artistic instincts and not at the same time subscribing to the market's interpretation of what the music should be. So I never saw genres. I never saw reggae music. I never saw Afro music. I just saw music. Anything that inspired me as an artist, through whatever I was listening to, I wrote music based upon that, So walking those two fine lines, Afro music, Afro roots and reggae music, the reggae, audience and reggae establishment would think you're too Afro for reggae, and then also the world music you would think you're too reggae for the world music, But at the same time too, it challenged you to create your own path and stick to your own truth. And I think that was what really brought me the Grammy nomination, because when that album, had its own identity, it really stood out of the lot. And so because of it standing out, it was able to garner the ears of tastemakers around the world. So I think, sometimes it's a longer path, but it is the most fulfilling path in the long run.